What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show, the show where two middle-aged men meet every week to talk about managing imaginary football teams. How you doing? It's Friday.
It is so Friday, and it's a great day. Welcome everyone to the Manchester United show, Tom and Will FPL show. Shall we begin?
Shall we? What is that top you've got on, mate, for the podcast listeners?
It's a Manchester United replica of the white shirt that they charged £90 for.
What shirt is it, like?
It's not a shirt, it's just a knockoff from the dirty, like it's like 12.
It's not like a kit, it's just like a kind of fan shirt.
It's 12 quid from somewhere far, far away. So,
yeah.
Links in the bio.
God bless him. Can't talk about it.
No, yeah, but the Manchester United released the 91 version of like this kit that like not Bobby Robson.
Boring. Great. Stand by, guys. What we've got on today's show: Man United and Spurs are heading to Bilbao.
Follow, because United are going to Bilbao. There'll be thousands of reds and we'll be pissed our heads because United are going to Bilbao.
That's right. El Crapico is confirmed as two of the Premier League's worst teams fight out against questionable opposition to find themselves in the final of the Europa League.
Correct.
I'll tell you what, mate. That's going to be an interesting final. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I'm intrigued by it. Probably going to be a cagey 1-0 victory to one of them, but let's see.
I agree.
We're going to have a little catch up. We're going to talk GTA. I think we'll have a little chat about GTA. Well, after the news that it got pushed back, and they also released a trailer. Me and Will love GTA, so we'll have a little chinwag about that.
Yes.
And then Will is somehow top of a mini league.
No, I'm not anymore. Oh no, sorry, I'm not. I'm second now.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Right, fine. So we're somehow second in a mini league. And we're going to figure out how this has happened and how we can get him back to top spot in these final 3 weeks. And then we'll talk game week 36, as there's a group of transfer targets on everybody's lips at the moment. We'll talk through those names. And then we'll have a little chat. It's another tricky week for captaincy this week. And then we're going to finish the show, as we always do, with Footballer 20 questions. This week, it's my turn, isn't it, Will?
I think so, yeah.
Sweet. So, mate, congratulations. You're going to Bilbao. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It was a good game. It was a bit rocky at the beginning. Obviously, last week's game was the decider. I mean, that was an incredible result. But yeah, they rested the Williams brothers. I think they're just focusing on Champions League and getting fourth position in the Liga. So it seemed like it was going to be a bit of a walk in the park. But of course, United don't do things easy. 1-0 down. But then substitutes came on, second half, clawed it back. Mason Mount turned into like prime Mason Mount out of nowhere. Spike and I have actually been saying for quite a while that if he starts playing like he was playing for Chelsea all those years ago, then he'd be still a decent player. But I mean, look, it was a great result somehow, and Tottenham can say this for themselves. Out of the absolute depths of the worst time and the worst league. I mean, as we like to put it, it's our banter seasons. Not Tottenham. This is the best they've ever done. But for Manchester United, this our banter seasons. You know, somehow we're doing pretty well and getting cupped. So fingers crossed. Bilbao, 2 weeks time. See you there.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it'd be good to see it. I don't know who's going to win, if I'm honest with you. It could be either one. God knows what team is going to turn up. You know, you don't know from week to week what performance you're getting from either one of Spurs or Man United. So I've got no clue. If I had to put any money on, which I wouldn't go anywhere near, I'd probably bet on United. Just because you do, when you are turning it on at the moment, you come into a bit of form, you look all right. Spurs, you know, last night, they got two pretty scrappy goals. It was like Solanke bundled one in, and then Porro put a cross in against Bodo Glimp. My mate said, I don't know if I said this last week. My mate said Spurs are getting victories against the team who hasn't even decided on their final name. It's like Bodo / Glint.
Yeah. And it's so cold. They're like, we can't lay grass. We've just got to put some fake stuff down. I mean, look, that is a tough place to go. And I think from like playing where we play in this kind of, the pitches here are wonderful and everything, but it's a tough place to go, and you have to scrape a victory. It's one of those ones. It's like I don't expect them to really play out their skins, but I agree. United have just when we do play. Obviously, the Premier League is different. Like, it's just not been. Let's not talk about that. But there's been loads of clubs in Europe throughout the years that just have focused and turned it on in Europe, like especially the British clubs over the last 10 years. And hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, look, who knows? I couldn't think of anyone worse to play though. Really, I'd prefer to play anyone than a Premier League side.
I would play Spurs every week. Every week. I tell you, the big losers out of all of this
Arsenal.
is Arsenal. And Arteta. Just suddenly it's just flipped on its head. In last 3 weeks, suddenly it was like Arsenal amazing beating Real and all that jazz, and suddenly it's like Spurs might win a trophy and Arsenal might not. Ange might actually win a trophy in his second season, like he said he would.
I hate that comment. Like, it's stirring something inside me, which I'm just there going, oh God, it's either going to be the best comment ever made. And he's losing it in every single interview.
Mate, if he pulls this off and actually wins it in his second season, I'm expecting him to have a cigar on through every single game. Yeah, like really let himself go and just like, I don't care what anyone says to me, like, and he'll fully swear in every interview and just be like, I told you. But at the moment they are under so much pressure, it feels like, whereas Amorim's just like, we're playing football and it's getting better every time, and there's still so much to go, such a long way to go. But speaking of Ange and segueing nicely onto GTA, have you seen the new trailer for GTA that dropped?
Oh my goodness, have I?
It's amazing. But mate, can you check the script, please? I've got a freeze frame of within the trailer. There's a policeman, and I've put it in the script. Tell me who this policeman is, please. Obviously, you should have had the script open the whole time.
It's on the. Well, it's a combination of two people in my eyes. It's Big Ange, and it's also Sexy Beast. What's his name?
Ray Winston.
It's a combination of the two.
No, it's basically Ange Postecoglou with Ray Winston's haircut. Basically,
that is
it. I saw it. I was like, well, that's Ange Postecoglou right there in the new GTA 6. So it's like, I think he's already worming his way out of football. He's like, look, I've won. I'm going to win this cup, and then I'm just going to focus on appearing in fantastic games.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, we should put this up. We'll put this up for you guys.
Yeah.
We'll put it all I'll share it on socials for you guys on. But there's the new trailer for GTA looks bonkers good. Like, the graphics are insane. It looks epic.
Spike and I had last night watching football. We had about like a 5-minute conversation about the graphics of GTA 6 alone, and he was like I was there going, God, it looks like, I was going through all this stuff like, well, back in the day, GTA, like back, it was a bird's eye, all this, and he was like, oh yeah, interesting. And then out of nowhere, we like stopped for a second. He went, he was interested, and he went, yeah, he was so bored, and he went, the water. Like, he was like, have you seen the liquid in the bottle? And I was like, yeah. It was just like,
oh mate, yeah, it looks brilliant, mate. I know you sent me that little clip as well, like actual gameplay, little cutscene. Just looks amazing.
I mean, for the ladies and the gentlemen, there's a guy in it which has just got like the most glistening six-pack you've ever seen. Like, someone has spent a lot of time on that, being like, it's not quite right.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the news came out last week. It has actually been delayed. We were expecting it to come out this year, but it's been pushed back to the 26th of May, 2026.
Yes,
which is a shame. But Rockstar basically said, look, GTA is a big deal, and we want it to be the spectacle that it deserves. So fair play to him.
I think they've probably finished it, and they're just like, we actually need to test it fully for a whole year to even try.
I think they just want to make it. I just think they just want to make it even better. Mate, they've spent so long making this. Like
10 years, mate.
For the time that, like, imagine like writing this game 10 years ago, and how, because whenever it comes out, it's always been like the forefront of like technology. Like in the last game with GTA 5, it was always using the internet and stuff like that. But it's like by the time it actually comes out, things move on. Do you know what I mean? And it's like they have to keep updating it.
Yeah, it's a move. It's a move. It's literally a moving goalpost all the way.
Yeah.
So,
but did you see that thing about the time? So basically, the fact that it's been pushed to 2026 means that I want to get this right. The September 2013 release of GTA 5 will be longer away in time than the nostalgic look back at 1992 from GTA San Andreas in 2004. So San Andreas was looking all the way back into 1992 when it released in 2004.
Yeah.
But with the last GTA game we got was 2013. So that's going to be 13 years between games.
That's... So it's just naturally nostalgic, essentially. Yeah, That's wild, man. I tell you what else is that I think I sent this to you as well, is the fact that, or maybe you sent it to me, that next year as well, so it comes out 2026, and also it's slap bang in amongst the World Cup, which is like, let's drag this back to the football show that it is.
Yeah.
but wow,
best summer ever.
I mean, I can fully foresee already. Tom, it'll be like 9 o'clock or whatever, because it's in the United States of America. So the time difference is actually really quite pleasant to a certain degree. And Tom will be kids to bed, wife's gone to bed, and it'll be like, I'll see you in a few hours. I need to talk to Will about something, and it'll be straight in, headset on, and just watching the football on one screen, GTA on the other screen, and just dressed up as cowboys in hot pants. And that was
basically all we did on the last game. Is we both had like proper like Brokeback Mountain vibes going on. It's fun just rocking around in cowboy hats.
I love it.
Anyway, World Cup, good segue back to football. Nice work, Will. So let's quickly talk about game week 35.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get on, mate?
Right, let me just do a little one of these transitions. Hopefully I've got it right.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic. There you are.
Game week 35, okay, 50 points overall. It's not bad. It was over the average, which I believe was like 40 something, 41.
43, I think.
43. Yeah. Total points, so 2,186. My new rank is still just in the million. Like, I didn't go up a lot.
You're almost cracking underneath, mate. You're chipping away.
And chipping away. Little green arrow. The standout players were Gvardiol in defence, obviously scored 8 points. Jared Bowen came in, scored me 9 points. And Buamo came in also, scored me 10 points. Isaac, captain, thank you, sir. Isaac for 9 points. And unfortunately, I had a bit of a benching. I had some bench jam, bit of a benching headache, because I was really wanted to get Semenyo in, but then Alanga looked like he had the better fixture. Semenyo scored 4 points. Sessignon, I made the right decision, but he got a goal disallowed. And at one point, I was like, no, because I was going to bring him on instead of Byrne, who only scored 2. But then Tom, I know you have this problem as well, but Wan-Bissaka scored 7 points, and he is playing so well for West Ham. And obviously the clean sheets aren't really like a regular thing for the West Ham defence, but he's just set so far up the pitch. He is the perfect wing-back for an Amorim system, funnily enough. But yeah, so not great, not just a little diddy green arrow, just tiny weenie. But yeah, all right. Can't complain. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, what's there to say about that? What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, mate, it's decent, not bad. It was a tricky week it was a good week for defenders, wasn't it? A lot of defenders did well, because people still had like a lot of City coverage from the double back in game week 33 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And like myself included, but also Wan-Bissaka And then you had obviously Villa got a clean sheet against Fulham, so there was a lot of points in defence this week, and it was. But I think unfortunately there was a lot of points on people's benches.
Yeah.
Which is the same for me as well.
And,
I've also got Wan-Bissaka.
And also I felt like there was a lot of people, like there was no other standout players, like all of the regulars either did something and we all have them, or they blanked. Like anyone that you're trying to take a little bit of a punt on, most of them blanked or didn't do anything. So everyone kind of just got roughly the same points. Like there were some standout scores, for sure.
I think basically everyone had Isak, who brought something in. A lot of people had Mbumo. A lot of people captained Mbumo.
Exactly.
But I think that the differentials, if you've done well this week, it's because you've owned Bowen or Eze.
Yeah, right. There you go.
That's basically where it's at.
Should we have a quick look at let's have a quick look at your team.
Yeah, it's a lovely segue to my team. Yeah,
a little bit better.
What did I get? A 53. So yeah, just three more points than you did, mate. And I think Eze's basically was my differential. I had Concert and Wan-Bissaka on the bench for a combined 13 points, which was a shame. But yeah, Vardy. I bought in Mekalenko last week. I thought Everton would shut out Ipswich. Not to be.
Was it 2-2 in the end?
2-2, yeah. But yeah, I benched Ismail Assar. I had a bit of a dilemma who to bench out of my Palace assets, and I've chose to keep Eze in, which is the main thing. So yeah, Eze got me 10 points. I've captained Mbumo for 10 as well. And then yeah, Isak up top. Nothing to write home about, but I ended up I think I grew like 30 odd K. So
yeah,
it's helpful. It was good, and yeah, keep on going, man. Keep pushing. Happy with the team. I was gonna say to you, Will, what are you doing this week? Feels like there's a few players. I mean, certainly on my radar, but I think they are for kind of everybody. But I think everyone's has had like the same front line of Isak, Marmoush, and Mateta, and I think suddenly there's like a new front line on everyone's lips in Cunha, Wissa, and potentially even Wood. You could just switch them all out.
Well,
I don't think people are doing that. What are you thinking?
Let me just bring up a kind of like, I've not made any transfers yet, but this is the kind of thing I'm looking at. Potentially taking a -4. Now, the question is, and I put it in the script actually, I've actually taken out, no, I haven't taken out Alanga. Who have I taken out? I thought I'd taken out Alanga. My bad, one sec. I've taken out Semenyo. That was it. Sorry, Semenyo. And although I like his fixtures towards the end, the last game of the season, I think it's against Leicester. I've taken Semenyo out, and I think I'm going to go KDB because I want to try and attack that Southampton fixture. My only question about this one is the fact of I'm just pep roulette. I'm nervous about his minutes because of the FA Cup final, and
Haaland, right? He was on the bench last week, didn't come on, but he's another one who everyone's talking about this week. If he comes back, they think that is going to be detriment to possibly KDB's minutes rather than Marmoush's minutes.
This is what I've heard. But the good thing is correct me if I'm wrong. I believe are they the early fixture?
They are. No, there's no early fixture this week. We got 3:00ers.
Okay.
Man City are playing 3:00 away to Southampton.
So we usually get some team leaks about KDB. So I'm gonna wait till the last minute. I probably if he starts, I'm going KDB because Semenyo, as I said, has got nice fixtures towards the end, but I feel like if he starts with Haaland, or if Haaland comes off the bench, that's some minutes. That's some goals there. Like, you know, those two link up like crazy.
So just for clarity, you're saying if you hear that De Bruyne is going to start, you're going to bring him in.
True, correct. Sorry.
So you might not even bring him in if you don't get that league.
I don't think so. I think I'd go sideways to someone else there, but or I'd just go with my other transfer, which is I've actually taken Cunha out. I know people are bringing him in, but I'm worried about Cunha's minutes.
What?
Well, because again, fixtures wise, Wolves have got Brighton. it's not like, yeah, there's probably going to be goals there, and if he starts, because again, he's on the verge of signing somewhere. We know this. Whether it's gone cold or Manchester United, let's not talk about that. But whether we know he's going. Why would you play someone that's definitely leaving the team? And I know that he's their talisman, and they want to get as many points as they possibly can. But I'm scared. I'm really scared. So
So you've already taken him out.
No,
I've
haven't taken. I've not made any moves yet.
Sorry, I thought that was what you said.
No, I said. As I said, I'm gonna wait until the last minute with KDB and with Wissa and Cunha to bring Wissa in, because Wissa against Ipswich is tasty. And just to cut into what you said at the beginning of the show, I have this mini league, right? And somehow I'm second, and I was first for a little bit out of nowhere. Everyone's been playing awful, obviously, and the team that is in second, which will remain nameless, and I'm not going to go through their team, but
why not? Why can't we talk about it? Can we give him like a nickname?
Okay.
I want to pick. We need to picture this person. Who are we up against?
We're up against a demon player, a veteran of the game, in fact, and she is a very, very on the ball, goes to many, many, many Arsenal matches because she's an Arsenal fan, and she goes to many, many, many Brentford matches because her other half is a Brentford fan, and they go to, like, they are at near enough every single game. She knows football. So, but she is a part...
Clearly more than you, William, you could say. So what, she's an Arsenal fan, but they go to Brentford a lot as well.
Yeah, they do. And she is doing rather well. She's but she has KDB, and she has Mbeumo, and she has Wissa, and she has Marmoush, and she has Lewis Skelly, and Salah, Milenkovic, Vardiol, Saliba, Flecken, Livramento, Cucurella, Ismail Assar, Martinez... She has a very strong team.
You did well. You did well not to go into her team in too much detail.
Yeah. But anyway, she's doing pretty well. So I think I have to. I don't think she's going to obviously take out Wissa this week, so I kind of feel like I have to match her a little bit. But then, like my little way to, and I'm only like 2.4 points behind her or whatever. Bowen's going to be the differential for me. Sessegnon could be the differential for me. Wan-Bissaka against his old team could be the differential for me. You know, these are the little margins.
Who out of her current team? Obviously, you don't know what transfer she's going to make yet.
No.
Who could hurt you that you don't own currently in her team?
Ismail Assar, Saliba against Liverpool, Marmoush against Southampton.
Okay. And you'd be taking out. Obviously, I'm looking at your proposed team for next week.
I would be taking out
Marmoush, would you? Is it Marmoush?
No. I'd be taking out.
Cunha, wasn't it? Sorry,
Cunha and Sessegnon for De Bruyne and Wissa. So, and I don't mind this team. Like, you know, you've got Southampton. You've got a decent defence. Southampton.
May I say?
Go ahead. Something? Interrupt me all day long. I love that. It's one of my favourite things.
I know it's your favourite. I'm just saying. You're saying a lot of similar players. The way you catch people is not by getting the same players that she's got, right? Surely you should be keeping Cunha and not going to a striker that she's already got. Okay,
so Cunha is playing Brighton and Wissa is playing Ipswich.
Yeah.
So who's scoring more points in which game?
Wolves are currently in the last 5 games the 4th best team on form at the moment.
That's not what I asked you.
I think Wolves are winning. I think Wolves will win, and I think Cunha will score.
And do you think so? How many points do you think Cunha's going to score roughly? Just give me a ballpark figure.
10.
How many points do you think Wissa's going to score against Ipswich?
6.
Okay, I'll take that. So KDB against Southampton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say 4.
Okay, and then who did I bring out? I changed Semenyo, and Semenyo has.
But you know what I mean, though. Like,
yeah, but
if you're just getting the same players that she's got, you're not going to catch her, are you?
It's only 4 points, so and there's a couple of games to go. If say for instance she hauls right with Wissa and I'm there with 2 points with Cunha, just for example, that turns that 4 points into 10 points.
But it's defensive. It's defensive. You've got to be attacking. If you were leading, I'd say, oh, get Wissa all day. But the shoe's on the other foot. You've got to be making up the points.
It's 4 points, mate. I keep saying this. That it's not like last week she got it. She nicked it. She went ahead. I was like a few points ahead this last week because she scored 57 points in the last game week. So it's like it's nip and tuck. It's not like I'm really
tight.
chasing.
It's tight.
So that's why if you take away the chasing element of it, to be like, okay, you do have to, you're kind of on top as well. So you have to match because if any one of these players hauls, like De Bruyne or Wissa, I'm kind of screwed. Like Marmoush could haul, and I'd be like, I'm done.
Did you say she had De Bruyne?
Yeah, she's got De Bruyne, Marmoush. As I said, they're the ones that could potentially hurt me. So I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. And also going forward, like KDB's got decent fixtures going forward. Surely he plays in like the last few, especially the last one at the Etihad. So
yeah. So you're going to take them. You're weighing up a -4, which will put you 8 behind, and then to get those points back, you're going to rely on Bowen basically to be the differential to get those points.
Bowen, Sessegnon, Mateta against Tottenham, potentially because Tottenham are resting players for the final.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think I'm like that. I'm talking about getting rid of Palace boys this week, but I'm like Spurs are terrible in the league.
Exactly.
I think Palace are going to go off.
Me too, because although defensively not great, but Tottenham, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. This is the tricky one, but this is what this question was all about, was like, how do you, like, what do you do? Like, because basically, as I said, KDB, if the minutes are there, I think that's my solid transfer. And then Wissa is a maybe. But because but then if the KDB minutes are not there, then I stay with Sessegnon and change potentially Wissa to Cunha, or go sideways on Sessegnon to. I'm just thinking of like, who do you go for instead of KDB? Because if I didn't have Bowen, I'd go for Bowen. If anyone's out there that hasn't got Bowen, I don't mind the fact that Alanga's got Leicester. Like, got a bit of bench jam there still. So because I might. There was even talk of getting rid of Isak in my mind. To be like, I could, instead of getting rid of Cunha, get rid of Isak and bring in Wissa.
Let's go into my team, because I've got some thoughts on this.
Okay,
Okay, there we go. So, this week, I've got, as you can see, for the guys on YouTube, you can see my team, but for podcast, Raya in goal, fine, whatever. I've got double City defence against Southampton.
Nice.
Mikolenko away to Fulham. That's going to be a little bit meh, but we'll see. I've currently got the 2 Palace boys in midfield, Sarr and Eze, but I think I'm going to take out Sarr. I'm going to take out Sarr or Mateta up top. I've got Salah and Mbeumo in midfield, and then the triple threat of Marmoush, Isak and Mateta. So this week, my conundrums are, I think I want to take out one of those Palace boys in Sarr or Mateta, and it's whether or not I bring in Wissa or Cunha, or I'm looking at Rodgers, because I look at, who's in form at the moment and who's playing for stuff, right? It's all about the teams playing for European places. Like, Will, if you've got the script up, look at in the last 5, right? I've got the list of informed teams in the Premier League, top to bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
Top is Newcastle, second is Aston Villa, third is Man City, fourth is Wolves. The top 3 are all fighting for Champions League places. Like the points difference, you got City in third with 64 points, and then you got Aston Villa in 7th on 60 points. It's tight. They're all playing out of their skins to nail down this Champions League place.
Sure.
Mate, if you look at Villa, they are incredible. They're such an attacking side. They've got so many attacking players. They look brilliant. And Rodgers is playing like every minute at the moment. And he scares me not owning him. And I just think, although sure, Aston Villa's fixtures aren't the best, Bournemouth, Tottenham, and Man United, they're capable of winning all of those. And the amount of goals they're scoring at the moment, I'm still, although it's not like a flashy move when you've got Wissa and Cunha, everyone's talking about. I'm tempted to go Rodgers because I think there's points there. I think Villa look great and they're passing the eye test. And just going back to your point on Isak, Newcastle, the informed team, Newcastle's fixtures, Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton. Newcastle are playing very well. There's goals for them in all of those. They don't. It's not like they play these harder games and go quiet. Like they up their performance in these games. If anything, there will be goals in all of those from Newcastle. Although they're trickier games, they're not going to not score. Do you know what I mean?
Totally. I mean, it's super important game for Chelsea and Newcastle. Obviously, both on 63 points, and it's like, oh God, and they've got to go for it. They've got to get a win out of that game. And like at home, like against Chelsea are pretty good defensively. Like this is a huge game for Newcastle and Chelsea, in fact. But
yeah, massive.
It's a really good point. It's really interesting. It's very exciting. It's what it is. But it's really tricky. Like if you are chasing, if you're chasing, as we said, like you've got to make some big bold moves. Yeah. But there's so I actually don't know what and there's, as I said, there's even to me thoughts of getting rid of Mohamed Salah. That's crazy talk. I just don't like it. But he chews up a lot. Money's not an issue. I don't know about you, but like in actual fact, going back to my team, I think I spent all my money, but it feels like I can always get to anyone. The only person I couldn't get to is Haaland, obviously.
Yeah, that's it. I think you're keeping Salah unless you want to go to Haaland. I think a lot of people are like, if you are really going for it, some people are like, well, Southampton.
Yeah, I'm
interested.
Yeah,
but he hasn't played minutes for ages. I just think it's a risk. I'm not going there this week.
Do you know what's really bad is the fact that there's a handful of managers out there, and there's quite a few, I'd imagine, that still have their triple captainship because they were holding it for Haaland versus Southampton. Like the beginning of the season, there was going
to be doubles this week.
And the doubles. They look down the fixtures and they go, "Oh yes, please. That is the game I want." And then Haaland's just not been back yet, and it's unfortunate.
But Newcastle, I think dismiss them at your peril because, mate. Also, you'll see in the last five, who the best form players at the moment. In the last five, in terms of FPL points. The top three are Newcastle players. Really? Got Harvey Barnes, 45 points. Jacob Murphy, 44 points. Fabian Schär, 43 points.
Yeah.
So I know they're not glamorous picks, but they're doing it at the moment. So
yeah,
like I say,
at your peril.
Watch out for those guys. At your peril. So captaincy. What do we think?
Captaincy. What did I pick? I think I went. It still all depends on transfers for me. Like
sure.
I'm. If KDB starts, I like it. He's playing really well. He looks, and he's playing with. There's something going on inside. It feels like he knows he's leaving. Could be going to Liverpool. Did you hear about that?
Do you know what? Phil texted me this week. I've been flat out this week. I texted him back. He just sent me the text. KDB. That was it. And I need to text him back. I got very excited. Phil, sorry I didn't text you back, mate.
How would you feel about that?
I would love it, mate. Yeah, he would slot straight in, mate, and it would be amazing. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's got too much class to do that to City because City would be fuming. But I mean, he's still performing, man. He's like feeling as good as he has done in a long time. It's like, give him another year. Like, he's such a good player. It's not like they're smashing it up. Finally, when he comes back from injury and he's playing every week, City run into a bit of form. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I just find it fascinating that they don't extend for a year. Like, and I know that I feel like that if they win the FA Cup, I feel like that could happen. I don't know why, that it'd just be like, look, I love this. Like, I love this club. Like,
I mean, to be fair, a lot of players, they just don't take year deals now, do they? They all want 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but
that's the tricky thing.
I mean, look, I'm surprised that, of all these murmurs of Bruno going to Saudi and like these crazy bids for whatever 120 breaking the record. Like KD, surely Saudis, they're going, we'll take him. Like if come or MLS at least, like Miami, come on, like just give us the and that's where we should go. Go and have some fun, man. You've put the yards in. You're one of the greatest Premier League players of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. You just go and Get your pay packet, my guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got a feeling. I don't know why. It's just a hunch. Got nothing to base this on. I don't think he's the kind of Saudi player. I don't think he's the type of guy that would go to Saudi.
I
hunch.
I don't know what it is. I'm totally with you. That's why I mentioned MLS. Like I feel like he'd rather go and play for Miami with Messi, and that would be amazing. In fact, Messi, Suarez, and whoever else they've got.
Go and play for Bex. Go and play for Bex.
Yeah, go and enjoy yourself, mate. Yeah. But anyway, what about you? You've got captain on Mbuamo? No.
I've got him on Boomo again at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to stay there. I can't believe he didn't haul last week. Like, he was lucky to get the assist. They scored 4 goals, and he's basically got the assist because his shot rebounded. So that was a shame. I couldn't believe it, mate.
I'll tell you what. Actually, going back slightly, captain to gain. I think the main choice for me this week to gain those points is captain's choice. Like, do I play safe? Do I go in Brahma? I think the person in second will either go in Brahma or Wissa, because Ipswich, obviously, or they'll go with one of their City players. But I have a feeling I should go with Bowen. I have a feeling that Wan-Bissaka,
I like that.
Wan-Bissaka against his old club, we know the rules. You will either score or play lights out football and get an assist. But Bowen is Bowen, and if I'd have he was my other captain pick this week, and then I'd be top of the stack, of all the stacks in this shit divisions. But yeah, that would have been a good choice. So maybe Bowen. There's a lot of decisions to be made tonight or tomorrow morning, afternoon. I'm not going out tonight, and that's a promise.
I think if I had Bowen, I think that he could actually get it for me. I like that.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I do like that. Man United are terrible in the league. Terrible.
Well, we've got there's nothing to play for. There's nothing.
I know.
Play the kids, get the kids out. Play more kids if anything. That sounds weird.
More kids.
Should we move on?
All right. Well, good luck, mate. Keep us in the loop with what you go for. We hope you manage to get the points you need to get top of the old Farmers League.
The Farmers League.
Yeah. The Farmers League.
What's it? Yeah, La Liga. Right.
If anyone breaks a mill, it's in the bag. Everyone cracks into that top mill.
Honestly, it's actually, it sounds crazy, but it's actually quite a competitive league. Usually, this season, I think everyone's just had major slip-ups.
It can be competitive, just all equally bad seasons, but it's very competitive.
Yeah. But the person who was like, he was streaks ahead. Like, I'll name him. His name's Arthur. He's a right idiot. He's a lovely boy.
He's a lovely boy.
He is a lovely, lovely man. He was streaks ahead. Like, he was cruising. He was on level points with you, actually. Like, you were both like cruising up the table, like absolutely fine. And then there was that week. I sent you the week. I think we talked about it on the show. That was like the double game weeks or whatever, and he made no transfers, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to I actually need to check to see if he's okay, because it feels like he's just like he's 21, he knows what he's doing, like he loves football, he bleeds Chelsea, and it's so peculiar, and I'm like, I am actually a bit worried, because I don't think he's changed his team in like 3 weeks. Like, he's dropped off. He's off the face of the earth. Like, I better call him. But yeah, so he was up there with you, and now he's not in it.
Not anymore, Arthur.
Yes.
Right, shall we do it, Will?
Yes.
It's time for Footballer 20 Questions. Have you got a little transition for us, Will? Get us off the screen. Of course, mate. How many do you want?
Okay. Do you remember which one was your last one?
What, the last one that I had?
Yeah.
It was not Mark Overmars. It was Edgar David.
Okay. I know exactly. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't prepped for this because I went out last night.
I've got one you can have.
Now I've got Phil's one. Do you remember last time when it was your go? I was like, do you want my one? Do you want Phil's one? Phil's one. Okay. You got Phil's one, and mate, we'll see. We'll see if you get this one. We'll see if you think this one's harder or not than Edgar David's.
Give it to me, man. I'm going a bit of cocky.
I feel like
last time I was overly cocky, and that's what got me into trouble.
I feel like I have a feeling that you're just going to smash this one. I don't know why.
Me too.
And maybe because I reckon Phil may have given it to you as well. And if he has, that's stupid.
Ravanelli.
Right. No, it's taken. Right, okay, off you go then, Pickly Poo.
It's game time.
It's game time. Boom. Okay.
Right. Question 1. How about this? Do you like this player, Will?
That is a good question.
Your face says no.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm so
it's
middle of the
bollocks,
road. No, yes. Yeah, he's all right. No, he's all right. He's all right. I've got nothing against him.
Okay.
Weapon.
Fine. Will kinda likes him.
He's
Okay,
all right. He's all right.
Question number 2. Has he played for Liverpool or Man United?
That's a really good question. Yes, he has.
Yeah.
I hate that you've just gone. You've gone.
Seen your eyes, mate.
yeah. It was the first question was a doozy because I'm like, I don't hate him, but I don't like him.
Okay, cool. So he plays for Liverpool.
My hair's sticking up.
And then, okay. Has he
It's a good question.
played for this Liverpool or Man United team in the last 10 years?
No.
Is this gentleman Caucasian?
Yeah.
Is he a midfielder or a striker?
Yeah.
Is he British?
Yeah.
Okay, great. English.
What did you just ask?
Is it British?
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to say it.
Well, you're just gonna guess it. Just go for a guess.
Yeah,
I'm just
got
gonna
it.
go for it. I think I got it. British midfielder. Great. Or striker.
Has this player also played for another top 6 team?
What are the top 6 teams again?
Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham.
I just thought I'd read just for the new listeners and viewers out
Absolutely.
there. Like, come on. Yeah, they have. They have done. In fact.
Is the other team that he's played for in the top 6 Manchester City?
No.
Question 10.
Halfway.
Yeah. So I'm in good shape.
Yeah, you are. You started out strong.
All right. I just need to rubber stamp this. Did he play for Liverpool?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Liverpool.
He did.
Okay,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Who's that banging around in the background there? Is that Sean?
That's my wife. She's doing what other people do, and when people aren't in the same room as you, if they're like, typically above, what they do is roly polies. You're like, what are they doing up there? It just sounds like doing roly polies on the floor, doing cartwheels. Has this player played for Chelsea?
No.
Did Phil give you this? Did you say?
Maybe.
He's played for Liverpool, another top 6 team, not City, nor Chelsea. Oh, bollocks.
I think you might have him, Philippe.
Just settle down.
Okay.
Right. Did he play for Arsenal?
Nope.
Oh. Let's think about this. British, English,
Yep.
midfielders or strikers. Don't
Yep.
have a position nailed just yet that have played for Liverpool and Tottenham or Man United. What's the crossover been? Man United, that's British. Okay, right. Is he a midfielder?
Yep.
Damn. And let's just get the team. Did he play for Spurs?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Right, Spurs and Liverpool midfield. Right, this should be fine. Question 15: is he a pundit?
He may have done some punditry over the years, but for me, in this day and age, right now, I've not seen him recently. He might be like over in America or something, but
Okay, it's not Jamie Redknapp.
No. He's not one of the big hitters.
Jamie Redknapp, he played for Spurs, didn't he? I swear he did. Pretty sure he did. Anyway, it's not Jamie Redknapp. Question 16. Did he represent England?
He has done, yeah. He really has done.
That's fine.
And that's the end of that answer.
Okay. Would you say, when you think of this player, between Liverpool and Tottenham, do you see him more as a Tottenham player?
Neither. There's a clue there.
Yeah, big clue. Phil is a bellend.
I think he cooked on this one because it is tricky. It's tricky.
Has this player played abroad?
Do you know what? He hasn't. Not even a little bit.
I've got 2 questions left. I could do with narrowing down. There's obviously another team that I need to get. Has he played for another London club?
No.
Oh, man. Has he played for Everton?
Yes, he has. He has played for Everton.
That is question 20. I've got an out left, which leaves my only guess to be Nick Barmby.
Are you going to go with Nick Barmby?
I don't think I've got anything left. Everton, Spurs, Liverpool. I think Barmby played for Spurs for a bit. Yeah, in the interest of time, I'm going to stick with Nick Barmby.
Okay, so born in Hull, father Jeff. He started his career at Tottenham Hotspur in the youth academy. He played for them at 89 occasions from 92 to 95 in the senior team, 21 goals. Then he moved to Middlesbrough in 1995 to 96, played 42 games in that very short time, 8 goals. He then moved to Everton. He then moved from Everton to Liverpool. A kind of sin of sins, apparently, I would have thought. Then moved to Leeds, then went on to Nottingham Forest, and then he went back to his home club of Hull City. He represented England 23 times, and I remember him very well in the 1996 Euros in that grey kit, and I can see him as clear as day. And then he managed Hull City between 2011 to 2012. Nicholas John Barmby absolutely nailed it, mate. I cannot be angry at that because, my friend, that is 20 questions up and down. With the last question, you nailed it, my friend. High fives all round. Get in there, Tom.
That is how it is done. You heard it here.
Follow. Because United to Bilbao will be missed, right? Tom, come to Bilbao, mate. You've just nailed it.
Let's go, mate. El Crapico. I'm in.
You will have the time of your life. Mate.
I'm happy with that, Mum. Phil, take that. Take that, brother. What a final couple of questions there out of nowhere.
You pulled that.
You pulled a will. I pulled a will in you.
You did. Now I know how you feel, man. What? I think I'm more happy than you are. That was sensational. That's made my day.
Yep.
No, actually, scratch that.
Well, Will, you are welcome. Happy Friday, my friend. Enjoy that.
Mate, what an end to the show. Let's switch the screen because we can. Let's give you the other transition for lols, and let's say goodbye to these wonderful people.
Great. If you're watching on YouTube, barely anything happened. If you're listening on podcast, I'm sorry. There was just a gap where nothing happened. And I feel shortchanged as you. Okay.
I thought I'd try and be slick. I'm just not that slick. I'm a little bit hungover. Like, what are you gonna do? And I was in awe of the last two questions and Nicholas John Barmby.
Yeah. Love it. All right, guys. Enjoy Game Week 36. Good luck, everybody. Hey, if you're listening on the podcast, drop us a 5-star review. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Really helps us out, just so we can give you all the good stuff, all the brilliant content that William and I knock up. But guys, just most important, enjoy your weekend.
Yes.
Hopefully get some sunshine. And yeah, see you next week.
Good luck, everyone.
That's a wrap. Hit the music.
Oh, genius.
That was amazing.
That really tickled me. Good work, my friend.